Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here. So, this is going to be a little talk about the Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut. Now, I loved the original theatrical cut. There were problems, but to me it was a solid 7.5, between a 7.5 and an 8. I was actually very unsure between 7.5 and an 8. After watching the Ultimate Cut, the theatrical cut was a 7.5, right? The Ultimate Cut is a 9. If I had to give it a score, it's a 9. The Ultimate Cut is fantastic. And first of all, this should have been the version. This Ultimate Cut should have been the version that was released in theaters. It is a lot better than the theatrical. Things get fleshed out. We have plot points that actually make more sense. Now, I didn't actually have trouble with certain plot points, but there were times where it's like, well, hang on. After a few viewings, like, well, hang on, what about this and that? Because in the theatrical cut, you saw the guy that dies on a bed, and you're like, who's this? Like, what? You know, he's like, wasn't that the guy captured for a Batman? But why does his death got anything to do with it? Like, does it show that Batman kills? But what the hell's going on? In this, you find out that he's a loose end, and Luthor wants all the loose ends killed, which he, spoilers, obviously, it'll be in the title. He does, you know. You get more depth as to in the characters of Batman and Superman, more so Superman. You get more plot points between why Alex Luthor is insane, you know. It just comes together. Everything comes together pretty damn well. It fixes 95% of the problems. The other 5% being, for me at least, was the Flash scene is still very a bit weird, and for me, that scene will be explained in later films. So it's one of those scenes where it's like you'll only truly understand what's going on in later films. So it's not that big of a boom. The second one being when Batman's in talking to Alex Luthor when he's got his shaved head. Now, this scene's longer, a lot better. It actually it tells us why Alex Luthor is insane. It actually gives us a good reason why he's insane. And if you know the character, you're like, well, shit, that's actually a good idea. And you find out why he might be in Suicide Squad, because he got transferred to Arkham, which is great. His look on his face when Batman says, I still got friends there, and he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Fantastic! Ah, man. The difference in that scene that is a bit weird is where it takes place. You'll see it. You'll see the ending with the funeral, which has a few extra shots too, which is interesting. And then you cut to this, and then come back to the funeral, and it's like, well, for the ending, and it's like, well, when does this take place? To me, when I watched in the cinemas, I thought it took place beforehand, you know, because after he got arrested, which it still can. It's just a bit weirdly edited, you know. But that's the only gripe I have with this film. I mean, if you did have gripes with it, with Superman and Batman being who they are, you might be you'd be like, well, you know, you'll be annoyed by it still, because they still do some crazy shit. Batman actually does kill a few more people, but I hope they didn't do it. But big but here. It's his character. It's their character development. So I've always liked Zack Snyder's approach with the superheroes within the DC universe for now, because they're not from the comic books yet. We haven't got Superman from the comic books yet. We haven't got Batman. We haven't got Wonder Woman from the comic books yet. They have to get there. And to me, this is a more realistic character development from A, B to C. C being their comic book counterparts. They're not there yet. They have to grow and attach, you know, character development, character arcs. People seem to hate that. I don't know why. I think that's fucking stupid, because this makes the heroes more interesting, but that might be me. I did go to film school and stuff, so that might be maybe I've just got a different view on things because of that, which I do, definitely. But I feel like it works. It works from a filmmaking side, as a character development side, it even works from the DC side. But again, people seem to hate that. I don't know. I find that very strange, but fair enough. But overall, the Ultimate Cut is worth your time. 3 hours, while long, it just works. The 2.5 hours was okay, but the 3 hour cut is fantastic. I don't really understand why I got an R. There is some violence when he gets shot and you see like a bone come out, but there's nothing really full on violent and gory. Although some of the dark themes are still, like, when I'm seeing that scene where the thing explodes, I'm like, shit, that's still scary. It's just like 1 second, the build up is just so good, and boom. Which you do find out in the film. They actually explain why Superman couldn't find out it was covered in lead. But what's really great about it is you see the characters not only develop more, You see them interact and try to find stuff out. So you see Clark Kent go into Gotham and search about who Batman is and what he's doing. Like you actually see that. It just works so much better. You see Lois Lane do that, and she finds out that the guy, I can't remember, Wallace or something, who died in the explosion. He didn't even know what's going to happen. He bought groceries beforehand. He didn't know he was going to die, and it's just like, God damn it, Alex Luthor, you're insane. And there's even a tidbit of dialogue which makes you think that his father, Lex Luthor, well, you know, might not be dead, which is interesting because they could bring him back, and that'd be a very good thing. Because I honestly think that'd be a great thing, to be honest. And if they did say cast Bryan Cranston, I think a dynamic between that and the Insane Son would be very interesting, but we'll have to see. But overall, this is worth your time and money. I'm definitely going to buy it, the Ultimate Cut, when it comes out next year. Not next year, next month. But honestly, and I saw it digitally because it was out digitally. But it's so good. I can't stop just going crazy about it because it's the version we should have got. And I really have to apologize to Zack Snyder from. I'm not going to say it on behalf of everyone because I hate that. I'm going to say it on behalf of me. Even though I knew that the Ultimate Cut was the version he wanted to have released, Warner Brothers went, yeah, no, we can't do that. We don't want a 3-hour film. And it's dumb because this is the version that should have been released. It's so much better. And I'm just going to say, sorry from me. I mean, I didn't really doubt him, but there were some moments where I'm like, well, after a few viewings, I was a bit like, well. But then after seeing this version, I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Like, he deserves an apology, I think. And I really hope the people that said, yeah, we need to cut this down, gets in a reevaluation or something like that, because that was a fucking stupid move, DC, or Warner Bros., whoever it was. That was a fucking stupid move. You lost millions of dollars by cutting half an hour out of this. It would have been better received. It would have still been mixed. I think with the Ultimate Cut, this movie would have been mixed. You still would have had, it would have been Man of Steel level of reception, but I think slightly higher, just like a few, like 4 or 5 points higher, because I do think this is better than Man of Steel, the Ultimate Cut. But what's really great about it is, I like the theatrical. That's a piece of dog shit compared to this. I think I still like the theatrical. I still like, but honestly, I can't watch it. I need to watch the Ultimate Cut from now on, because it's a million times better. It really is, and I really hope from now on DC's like, you know what? Let's not cut out. If there's a film that's 3 hours long, if Justice League is 3 hours long, keep it at 3 hours. We have so many. I love 3-hour films. I love staying in this universe for longer. But that's more of a rant. Now, let's get to a little rainy side. I just saw a little thing on IGN, of all places, where it's like, the Ultimate Cut is not the better film or the worse film. It just makes a convoluted story the same. And I'm like, fuck off IGN, you stupid piece of shit. Now, first of all, the people doing that, can't remember the reviewer's names, but he's got like the glasses, and he just comes off as I'm always right, not you. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, here's the thing. I don't fully hate IGN. I just hate some of the, I wouldn't say I hate the employees. I just think that they're hiring employees nowadays that feel like, and come off as they're always right. The people that do the reviews for IGN, especially for the movie stuff and like the DC Marvel things, they just come off as talking for the people. It's like, oh, this film is terrible. I'm talking for the people. They wouldn't like it. It's like, no, you don't. Like, it's your opinion. To these two people that were talking about it, they're just like, it didn't work for them. But for me, and for many others, there are people out here that hated the theatrical version, and they actually enjoy the Ultimate Cut and said, this is the better film. Yet, IGN's like, no, it's not. No, IGN. It's your opinion. Don't come off as saying it is a fact. That's what it sounded like. When I'm reading this article and watching the video, it sounded like what they were saying is it's not a better film as a fact. It is. The Ultimate Cut is a better film. And IGN really needs to fuck off on certain things. But they won't, because it's IGN and it's free speech and all that. I get that. Because overall, IGN isn't the worst thing in the world. It's just the people they hire just to come off as egotistical cunts. Yeah. It's basically like, nowadays they seem to have a lot of Colin Moriartys. But I mean, I don't want to go, like, it's their job, and I've definitely talked about reviewers as a whole. I don't think that should be a fucking job, because it's a fucking opinion. Yes, you can do the sort of, well, ups and downs and different things, and I can totally understand that. You can definitely rate a film on its shots, cinematography, acting and such. You can totally do that. But there is a certain element to that. So if you're making a film, say you're making a film that it's supposed to have bad shots, bad acting, and it's like a stereotypical view. It's a parody. So imagine they're making a parody. A film is a parody of certain other films, and people are like, well, it's a shit film because of all that. Well, no, it's a parody. You didn't understand it, and it's like, I don't know. It just really pisses me off sometimes. And every time I see IGN do like a video on anything really, and it's just like, no, this isn't better. Speaking for the people, I can't help but go, fuck you. No, fuck you. But it's the people more so than the overall, and not every person's the same. There's still some great people at IGN, But, yeah, oh God, made that move. That's my view on things. The Ultimate Cut is definitely worth your time and money. If you're on the fence on it, I would say torrent it. And if you like it, go buy it. That's the way I say it. I think if you torrent things, just make sure that if you like it, you buy it, and if you don't like it, just leave it. Be like, all right, well, fuck it, I don't like the film. Delete, off the computer, gone. If I like it, well, I like that. I'm going to go out and buy it. Buy it, there you go. But, yes. Anyway, Aussie Viking out. I absolutely love this version of Batman v Superman, and I cannot wait for Suicide Squad. I cannot wait for Justice League. I just can't wait. I'm excited. I probably missed some things I could have said, but, sorry about that. My bad. Anyway, Aussie Viking out. See you in Valhalla. Bye. It's a good game, by the way. Oh, they're in Metropolis. Nice. Obviously. Batman, all suited up. Superman, looking evil with stuff there. Okay. You gotta have a destroyed helicopter.